What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another unboxing showcase review, and we have a new female figure to add to the collection. This was one that I had pre-ordered through Shozy Store or Gundamit.com. This is basically an import figure. This is by a company called VeryCool. This is Tricky Baby 12. This is a different, type of female figure because it actually uses rooted hair, and I think parts of it is kind of like the a silicone body. Parts of it, not, I don't think all of it is, but from what I could tell from images and stuff like that, that's what it seemed like. I'm trying this out. I was very intrigued by it with the whole design of the soft goods and everything like that. So the pre-order went through, everything is good. I'm glad it came actually pretty quickly from when it started to ship. But you can see here's everything on the back and the front of the box. Of course, there are some instructions on the back here, as you can see, and some more images of the actual product itself. So there you go, pretty cool. Let's try this out. I'm very excited for it. Hopefully it's a good figure. I already had cut the bottom so you guys can take a look and see, and of course we all know that you guys get to experience what it's like to unbox this right here and there. Some of the pieces are loose in there. That's not too bad. There's a stand on the back of that. Everything's all set up in this nice clamshell packaging. So let's start unboxing this, take a look at what's all inside, and hopefully we have a good figure here. All right guys, there we go. Everything is out of the box. Definitely a petite little figure. I'm definitely gonna compare it with other import figures, especially ones that are with soft goods and stuff like that. So it's very cool to see this figure in hand finally. Everything looks great in terms of the soft goods, but let's go over the accessories because we do have quite a few, and I mean even the soft goods are considered accessories too, because I know we can take everything off in a way, but let's take a look at the accessories first. Let me at least take this plastic piece off, because as you can see, rooted hair is, the last time I had rooted hair on a figure was my Hot Toys Wonder Woman figure, and I absolutely love that figure. So to have it in a 1/12 scale is pretty crazy for me. So this is my first time experiencing it. But accessories, we have a pair of relaxed hands right here, and then we have a pair of trigger finger hands, and we got two different pistols, two different handguns, both in the same color scheme, because we got some silver and some black, nicely sculpted. But you can see how this one has a longer shaft to it versus this one, but they're very nice. Then we have this rifle here, very nicely painted. Like, you can see the gloss on it too. It's pretty good. There's some matte finishes and there's some glosses. There's a black, gunmetal gray, and then this red. Looks nice, looks really good. Fits in our hands nicely on both of them. So just checking it out, seeing everything, it's very well sculpted. It's very nice. We do have these two pieces here. Now this is like a mask. This goes over her face, while this one is like headphones in a way. So these two pieces attached together, you can use them separately, but I don't think it works out. You can use this separately, but this won't attach to her face without this, because these have two little hooks right on the end of it, and you would just slide them into place like this. And now you have this like headgear in a way, kind of very cyberpunk type. I don't even know, like a breather apparatus for this. But look at the sculpt of it. It's painted nicely as well. Not too bad. It's got these antennas at the top, which I'm sure is very fragile, so I'll definitely want to be careful with it. But you can see there are some slides right here where the ears, or the You know what I'm talking about. That's where they go. So with the rooted hair though, that's gonna be a little bit difficult. I'm gonna attempt it to see how we can get it on, but I'm gonna go forward instead of going over her head in a way, because this is already, I mean, there's some give. There's definitely some give for the earmuff part, and hopefully with me sliding it on, it'll fit right where the ears go, and then the mouthpiece part goes right over her nose and mouth. So yeah, I guess I'm being overly cautious because of the rooted hair, and I don't want to really mess it up. And I know there are ways to take care of rooted hair. Do I know all the ways? No, but I'm going to learn, considering I have it. But there is how it looks. That's pretty cool. The look of that is nuts, right? I love that cyberpunk look of it. It's very cool. Now, to be honest, there is this piece here, and I have no idea what it's for. I'm not sure if it's for the weapons. Like, there's a channel set right in there that I honestly don't know what to use it for. Maybe it'll come to me later, but just to show you guys, I mean, that's what this piece is here. I don't think the box tells me anything about it, but if I see an image, I'll tell you, of course. The final accessory is here. It's got, a flight stand, which is very cool. It's these types of flight stands is normally what I would see for Hot Toys, but of course in a 1/6 scale. So this, plugging that in, and then it's got a wire that we can just, yeah, look at that. That's pretty nice. And you can see, you can easily bend it around. So we can utilize that. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna go with paint and sculpt on this. As we went over, this looks incredible. So let's just take this off for a moment, because I won't be using it for this time. Oh, there you go, popped it right out. Well, there you go, look at that. You can see her with the, I'll call them headphones, over her head. So there you go. This head sculpt, the face is beautiful. It's got, the paint on it is very subtle. The eyes are done very well, the lipstick, everything looks really good. The whole skin tone, it's like a flesh tone in a way. It's like it is a hard plastic, but it looks very soft. That's so crazy to see that. And even with the rooted hair, I mean, you can see there's a part along the side, and then it kind of goes back, and it's a short style haircut. So you can see that right back there. And that's crazy for me to even discuss or talk about, because I never messed with a figure with rooted hair at this scale. Ears sculpted, that's very nice. Because there's not much with paint, even the skin tone of the paint is still very good. It matches even with the fingers and the hands, so everything looks good there. But then we got soft goods, and the soft goods, it's like one crazy utility type jacket, but it's so weird of a jacket because there are functioning buckles here. That's pretty cool. There's like a makeshift pocket that's stored right into the front, and this is some crazy jacket because it's just buckled in the front. It's got sleeves. You can see there's pockets that are sewn along the sleeves of them as well. It is a hood, and the hood is functional. You got to just, in a way, tuck the hair in without messing up her hair, but you can have some of it out too, in a way. So you have a functioning hood. What else do we see? Oh, some of the wires sticking out. That's not good. That's not good. It kind of poked out there. Maybe I could just tuck that back in. But even underneath, we'll take the clothing off too. She's got like a tank top on. This is like a belt in a way, like a utility belt, but it's attached to the jacket. So that hopefully comes off very easily. We have this skirt also. This skirt has a functioning zipper. Yep, it is a functioning zipper. We could easily take that off. Even the buckle, we have a functioning buckle as well. Pockets too, which I believe have, well, not have, but you're able to utilize them, because I can feel that you can open up the pocket and put something in there. This is interesting right here. This has these straps. Let me see if I can move her arm out of the way. These have these straps, which I'm going to utilize. You can pull the straps out and you can see the shape of this, but this looks like the gun holsters for both. Is one smaller than the other? Or are they both the same size? They're both the same size. So I am going to insert one of the weapons in here to see if it actually does function that way, and it does. Holy crap, look at that. And then we can just tuck this back right in there, which will probably take me a while because this thing is tiny, right? This thing is tiny in here. This is pretty cool to see. I will mess with that after I finish going over this. So this is the skirt. She does have these nylon type pants on, so stretchy pants going on. And the sneakers, which is has a familiar symbol on the sides of it. There is a sculpt to it, but it just looks like it's painted at the same time. It's definitely different. It throws you off because of all the colors versus everything on the body. Everything's just black, and then we got these colored sneakers on here, so that's pretty wild. But yeah, that's your paint and sculpt. It still looks really good. All right, let's mess with the articulation, because with this, there's a lot of hidden stuff in here with all the clothing, but I'm sure we're gonna feel them all out. With the head, of course, we can definitely turn the left and the right. We have a whole lot of tilt, some awesome emotion in there. It is a dumbbell joint, so that's pretty cool, but we can look up pretty well, and of course looking down so much. The whole torso, I think, is like that silicone body, so there's definitely some pliability to it. Luckily it all matches, the skin tone matches, but look at that. We can really mess around with the head sculpt right there. I feel like there is a butterfly joint in there. The shoulders can go up a pretty good 90 degree. There is there's no bicep swivel, but with the elbow, that's pretty good elbow. I'm gonna assume it's a double joint in there, but if I take the jacket off, we can definitely take a look. When I tell you it's silicone, because look, it's soft on the chest area, like you can squish it, but then even on this torso here, it's soft, like you can press into it. You can also see a seam right here for the skin, so it's different. It's definitely different for me. I've never messed around with that before, so we'll check it out after we take some of this off to see what it's all about. Of course, with the hands, it's on a ball, so you can just turn it left and right, and you can maneuver it, just kind of just move it all around if you need to. Now the legs, I don't feel an upper thigh, but I do feel a hip joint that's able to move a little bit. You can see the joints within the stockings here. So it is a double jointed knee, and it moves very nicely. So there is that. And then of course we have I think it's just a ball. There's just a ball down here. So there's a lot of movement that you can do. There is some tilts, which is very nice to see. So that's your articulation. Now with these clothes on, I'm sure, of course, we know there's restrictions, but we can take this off. We'll see like what the body can do, because I know in the promotional images you're able to take everything off and she's still like a functioning character with or without the skirt and the jacket. Okay, so got the 2 pieces of clothing off, and I may regret it. The zipper, as you can see, and the buckles, they function, so you are able to take it off and able to utilize it like actual clothing or material. Yeah, you can see here that the wire popped out, so I'll just kind of tuck that in, and hopefully it can slide down the bottom instead of where this hole it created. It's okay. I'm not too upset about it, but it's just unfortunate that it happened. But this was the crazy part. This is all sewn in to the back of the jacket, and as you remember, this was on the front of her, and the only way to really remove this is you remove the head and then slide it off, unless you want to deal with, you know, taking these off of the belt, which I was not going to do. They're already small enough as it is. So still, it's a very nicely tailored jacket. Everything looks great. Same thing with this one, but with the body, as you can see, there you go. This is just this nylon stretchy material around the legs, and around this is just a tank top. So I was right, this is like a silicone type, or just a soft rubber torso, as well as chest, or lower torso, upper torso. The arms, I hate this. This is unfortunate. I don't like the way this looks. I mean, you can see the gap in between. Yeah, it's held in place, but this is an upper bicep swivel, or mid bicep swivel, I guess you can call it. The double jointed elbow works perfectly fine. It's strong, it's stiff, but this no, I don't like that. It does not look well. And when it comes to butterfly, yeah, so it's not a butterfly, but it's a ball. So it's a ball in there that allows for that movement, which is actually really cool. I like that. That's nice. That's really nice to see. But everything else looks really good. And like I said, this is really soft material. It's very squishy. So it's got a lot of give to it. I don't know how much give. So I don't know what the internals are like. But as you can see, I mean, you can really get her to do some posing right there. So it's nice. I'm gonna put the clothes back on, but we had to check that out. All right, and to see how tall she is like right at 6, maybe 5 and 9/10, something like that. So she's just under 6 inches tall. That's small. I expected that, considering it's an import figure. But let's do some size comparisons, because I know I have, you know, some of my domestic figures as well as some imports. Though we'll start off with whatever is right in front of me, because I do have Mando right here. And Mando is, you know, it's almost like Black Series size if you think about it. She could fit very well with the Black Series. And here is Vulcan from Marvel Legends. So of course, with the newer body with Marvel Legends, you can see that he's much, much bigger. And here is a female knight from Mythic Legions. I mean, you can see for a female, much taller, much larger. It's surprising, because this, I would say, is right 6.5 to 7 inches. So there is a difference right there. Even with a male figure from Mythic Legions, here's the Valiant Knight. And some G.I. Joe classified. I mean, we have a Bat and Grunt. It is on a larger scale. And how about our Holiday Gomez? Here is the Sentinel Peter B. Parker, as well as Spider-Gwen. I think she fits well in this scale. Now, Spider-Gwen is really small, but but with Peter, I think she fits very well with Peter. Here are some Joy Toy 6-inch action figures. These are like between 6 to 6.5-inch figures. So, does she fit very okay? I think she's definitely smaller. So she's definitely on the smaller scale with her just being under 6 inches. But I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting her to be that small. But then again, when it comes to scale, when it says 6 inches, I mean, they were really right there at 6 inches. So it's surprising. It's still nice, but surprising that it's just slightly off. All right, guys, there you have it. That is the very cool Tricky Baby 12 action figure. Quite the figure. Very different from what I normally would pick up because, you know, sometimes these import figures can be hit or miss, and that's just my own opinion. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're just right in between. This I feel like falls right in between for me because there are some goods and bads throughout this thing, and I think I kind of covered most of it. And I still like the aesthetic of it all. I feel as if the body, that like that silicone rubber style type body is too loose for me. There's not a lot to where I want it to like stay in a certain position. We know what happens with the arms when we took off the jacket, so I didn't like it that much. Yes, they're in place, they hold, and I can still pose, you know, the limbs very well. But you know, there are some things, some things that I thought they could have done without. The head sculpt is incredible. The rooted hair, I didn't think I would like it that much, but I do. I like the rooted hair for this figure. Yes, it can get messy at times, but you know, you can just move it around. It's just like any other accessory that we move around with. But the accessories are pretty cool. It's still limited. For the price you pay for this, I wish there was still a little bit more in terms of like hands, maybe. A little bit more with not just so weapons, but more accessories, just like that that mask that we got here. So I still overall like it. It's still a good figure. I would love to have this with my Joy Toy figures, just because they all kind of fit in the same realm. She is definitely smaller, so that is a downside to it, but hey, all in all, I still enjoy it. But let me know what you guys think. I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. We're still on our way to 6,000 subscribers, so if you can help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you on the next hunt.